Hope you're doing well today. I was going through something today and applying for it. Some of you know that I am planning our trip to Australia, and there's a couple of last minute things that I needed to get done. And one of those things is applying for a visa to visit Australia. So if you are a US citizen, you have to apply for a visa. Now, there's a couple of different things that you can do. It's really, really easy, but if you just Google it, then there are, of course, some ads and some agencies that will do this for you and charge you extra money. Usually that's about $49, and there's really absolutely no need to do that when you can just go straight to the website and do it yourself, and it takes like 3 to 5 minutes max. So where I'm at right now is our Department of State website, and so this is the visa site here, and you can see this is kind of giving all of the facts about what you need when you go to Australia. So you don't need any vaccinations. You obviously have to have a valid passport. And then if you look right here, a tourist visa is required. And then here are some things that you need to keep in mind if you're carrying a lot of cash for declaration purposes. But today, all we're doing is applying for our travel visa. So right here, you can just click, they have the link here, and I will put this Department of State link in the comments in the comments, and also this direct site for this Electronic Travel Authority, or ETA, that you have to have at your visa to get into Australia. It's actually good for coming and going to Australia for 12 months, and you can stay up to 3 months. And during that time, you just can't work. So, like if you're going to a conference or something like that, that's fine, but you can't actually work and earn money at a company located in Australia. Okay. So this is just saying it's sending us to this Australian website to apply for our visa. So we are going to go there. I'm going to make sure that this is small enough. So, yep. So you can see it, everything. So this is the site that you want to be at, the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs. And like I said, I'll put this direct link down in the description so that you guys can go straight there. It is only $20 for a visa per person, as you can see. And I think that's just really a credit card cost. But anyway, you guys can check this out right here. So we're just going to apply for an ETA, and I am going to go ahead and do mine. I've already done my husband's. Obviously, I'm going to pause while I enter my personal information, but I'll at least take you through the application so you can see what it's like and how easy it is. So this is just step one. You fill in the pertinent information. You have to be located outside of Australia to be able to apply for this. And then, of course, you want to read the terms and conditions. You can click there. I've already read the terms and conditions because I did this once already. And then this is really important. I know that they stress this, but make sure for every application that you're doing, whether it's just for you or your spouse or your family, that you are entering your information exactly as it is on your passport, because this is actually going to be attached to your passport, so that when you get to Australia, they're going to scan your passport and then this will be attached to it. You don't actually have to print anything or carry anything with your passport. they do that automatically. So you're just going to fill this out as it is on your passport and answer the questions, and then you'll hit the next. They also actually have it to where you can save your application if you, for some reason, you needed to put that on hold, then you can go back to it, but we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to enter my personal information and hit the next button, and then I'll be right back. Filled out. I just whited out some of the personal information, but I wanted to go over these two things here. If you are female and you have had a passport issued in another name, like your maiden name or your married name, then on this alias part, you want to make sure you put yes. And if you're male and you've had a name change, then you can do the same thing. Let's see. And then the only other thing, if you are an American citizen, then your issuing authority will be the United States Department of State. So you just want to put that there. And then you can just go to the next button. And that will take us to step number 3. And then you just fill out the information. Like I said, it's easy. Just your address, your phone number, your email address. If you want them to text you once your application is approved, you can put email and SMS. I just had email only. On my husband's application, it was immediate. Pretty much, it said as soon as I paid, you're approved. So, yep, that's pretty straightforward part of that. On this step 3, that if you're in the U.S., that the country code is just 1 or 01, but 1 is fine. Okay, so I just went ahead and screenshotted these things because it was getting too long to try to do this live. So step 4, that'll be just reviewing your information. Just make sure everything matches your passports exactly right, and if it doesn't, then go back and correct it. It just, just review everything, and then if everything looks good, then you just have to click the box and hit next. And then this is step 5. It'll give you your reference number and tell you that you're being billed 20 Australian dollars, so about $16 or so, give or take, depending on the exchange rate when you're watching this. And so you just enter your credit card number, and then as long as your credit card number goes through, then your payment has been approved, and it'll give you a reference number. And then this is the final step. It will give you your reference number again, and like, for instance, it's good for a year. And then for 3 months at a time staying in Australia, and then it confirms that no work. And the other part is it says that you don't have to keep a copy of this, that it's going to be attached to your passport, but I always would rather be safe than sorry. So I went ahead and printed the email confirmation that they sent me so that I have that, and I'll just make sure in case any kind of glitch happens or whatever. I would hate to get to Australia and then not be able to get in because they don't have record of the visa. So I would suggest that. You don't have to, but I'm doing that. So I hope this helps you guys. And if you're going to Australia, or you've been to Australia and have any other tips to share with us, then you can just drop them in the comments, and would love to hear from you. Cheers to your next adventure.